Oh, happy days. We've got a big old mod day for you today for Farm Sim 25. A total 39 mods were released. All platforms got 5 new, including 2 new maps and 26 updates. And PC Mac players got 7 new and 1 update, including a new map for you guys as well, and a lot of script mods. Timestamps for everything will be linked down below. Let's jump right in. So let's start them off with the AgroTruck Weight. This is a pack. It includes not only the weight, but also a pallet fork for it as well, with an adjustment at the front so that we can actually lift this via the chain on the top. Now we got colors for it. We'll change it up. There you go. You can see the color for the bottom. And this weight weighs 2,000 kgs. Let's get ourselves one of these. Let's get ourselves a pallet fork, and we are going to need a telehandler to put it up as well. We'll just go with something base game. And we are going to utilize 2 trucks. Oh, yeah. Now, I don't think we're going to be able to pull beside this thing and grab it, but this should work fine. And with that hook there, I'm curious to see if this would work with anything else, like big bags or something like that. It hooks up. Yeah, not likely. That is going to be a straight up hookup thing. So let's grab the, oh boy. Watch yourself. Now you see I have the AgroTruck on there. I forget this is 2 tons just hanging out up in the air. All right, let's drop that. Let's jump in here, attach it, boom. And that's it, I guess, right? Yeah. Oh, okay, yep, cool. Let's grab it. It is nice to have some extra weight on the back sometimes. Now they show it with this one. This truck is known for not being very good when it comes to, well, hooking up to stuff. So let's give her a try, and it does. Takes forever, like those MB trucks do. They kind of like slide in and chill out, but does it work? It works. Works fine. Next on our list, we have the Lizard Water Trailer. This trailer will hold 5,000 liters of stuff. Now, what will this hold? Well, water. It's a water trailer at the end of the day. There's also a PC-only version of this as well. We'll talk about that a little bit later on. So with this one, we have some Continental tires. We also have a big chunky set of Michelins, BKTs, and Lizards. Now, in those Continentals, can change them up a little bit, but nothing too wild and crazy. Speaking of the Lizard logo, we could change that up as well. Some nice default text right there. Gotta love that. I like the second one. We'll go with that. And then we could change up the design as well, which just adds a little pan at the bottom. After that, we get color options. So the first one's going to be your frame. The design is just going to be the barrel. We have silver, 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 and silver too. Got to watch out for silver too. And then we have a secondary design, which is going to be the hub. I think that's probably changed with the frame because it is technically part of the frame, but that's just me. I have a very, very hate relationship with hub colors over the years. If you're curious how large this is, because sometimes barrels are teeny tiny and sometimes they're absolutely massive and they all look exactly the same, this is the size you're looking at. This is just the base game John Deere 3650, so should get a pretty good idea. The next mod will include a background in landscape engineering, as it not only dips down, but then dips up and then goes down again. This is a 250,000 liter liquid manure tank. Heads up, it like expands the whole thing all around. I don't even know why this spot is here, and it does it. This is what it's going to look like if you don't do anything. I mean, you could build this up. Again, I still don't know why there was something all the way over here on the corner, but it is what it is. Yeah, there's mods similar to this that don't act like this. You can see the manure plane down there below it. I think you could tell. Let's just move on, yeah? Yeah, that's what you're left with, by the way, when you delete it. All right, so that's it for the mods. So now let's talk about maps. We have Haut Beyleron 2025, which is brought back from Boston 2103. This was base game map in Farming Simulator 22. It was the European map. So if you've been looking forward to that, well, it is back, but it itself is not back per se. There are some things that have been changed, including the main farm area. We still have a pretty cool town area. Always love this. This was very, very unique and interesting. So gotta love that. That's very, very neat. The store area looks to have been changed a little bit. It's not so hilly in the front like it was, and it does seem like there's a little bit of extra room, but maybe that's just a placebo of playing on it now versus playing on it back then. I played on it maybe for 5 or 6 hours total. That's it. Here's the main farm, which is quite different, if I do say so myself. I was looking at a couple things in the Discord this morning, and a couple people were talking about this one. I'm not quite sure if it's a popular change or not. Grandpa is here, so if you like having him around, Creepy Grandpa is here for sure. Pretty basic layout. I imagine most people are going to delete this and change it all up. It's also minimal equipment as well, so heads up through there. The BGA area has been changed, and we've got an extra field that's been added, and there's no train anymore. It is just a gravel path, and I don't even know where the train was. So, yeah, that's oh, well, I guess it would be over here, wouldn't it? That seems like a train thing. Is that not where the train was? I have no idea, dude. I have no idea. Here's your PDA, so you can see where everything is and how it gets along. If we go over to farmland, we can see, down here, we've got 16 and 20, but you will have to purchase a few other things as well. And it does look like the main farm is part of 16. I'm leaving that in. I said fart. That's funny. But there's nothing else in here, so heads up through there. If we take a look in here, no new crops have been added. Here's your crop calendar as per usual. I like for you guys to be able to see that. Animals, we have a chicken coop, but nothing else. Here are your contracts. I fast forwarded a couple hours in game so you can kind of get an idea of what to expect. We do have some pretty cool stuff though. Wood transport, it's a pretty expensive contract right there. Additionally, we have 2 medium glass greenhouses that you guys saw on the main farm. And then we have the canning factory, carpentry, cement factory, sawmill, and the spinnery. Finishing it off, of course, we've got to take a look at the vehicles and the pieces of equipment that we get. Again, pretty, I don't want to say lacking. It's less than we normally get. However, I do think that gives you more opportunity to do your own thing. So there you go. Again, if you've been looking forward to this map coming back, it is here. If you never played it to begin with, maybe now is a good time to jump in and check it out. I know there's quite a few people that have Farm Sim 25 that did not have 22. Nothing wrong with that at all. So jump in, check it out. New map for all platforms. The next map on our list is Diepholz 25. This one's from Tanker LS, and it is quite a small map. It's also got 17 required mods. Oh yeah. It's also 700 megabytes, 7/10 of a gig. It doesn't look like it's that much, but goodness gracious, it is. Zoomed all the way out, you can see down here at the bottom left a little bit of green and a little bit of green at the top up there. That's the size of your normal map. This is that. It is much, much smaller, almost 1/4 of the size of a regular size map. But in here, we have a lot of extra stuff that's been added. Again, 17 required mods. It does seem like a lot of first-time modders are adding every single mod that they can find to their maps. Whew. It's too much, man. It's too much. Absolutely too much. As far as everything in here goes, we do have some new crops. So summer wheat is in here. We have summer barley as well, which is added, scooting down just a little bit. We can see we have winter wheat and winter barley, rye, triticale spelt, silage, corn, vetch rye, green rye, hummus active mustard, flowering catch crop, alfalfa, clover, and field grass. So a lot going on. There's more crops than there are fields, which is a little funny. There's not, but it feels like it. And then looks like that is kind of it. Oh yeah, as far as what we get for our farmlands, they're a bit spread out. So we've got farmland 8 down here, 25 up at the top, 23 with a farm there, 30 and 34. I think that's it though. Also, if you're on PC, the edges of the map are kind of low. So be careful flying around. Like that's it right there. That red line, that's as high as they go. So if you can go over that, you can get to the outside. However, you don't own this. So I don't, you're not going to be doing anything. So there's that. As far as your crop calendar, here is that. And it's a little different. There's some copy and paste going on, but pretty different from what we've seen in the past with a few things. We have the modern cow stable, the cow barn, and a cow pasture in there. Here are your contracts, so some okay ones, but don't expect anything too wild and crazy. As far as production chains, no owned, none available, nothing on the map when it comes to productions. And then vehiculars. Let's take a look at those. So we get quite a bit. We've got a bunch of tools in there, some nice tractors. Always nice to see a case tractor. It's very rare that we get to see something like that. A big old New Holland combine harvester, quite a few tippers, plenty of grassland care, and a car. Here is your farm area. So we've got a whole lot of stuff through here. A lot of DMI buildings. Whole lot of DMI buildings. Matter of fact, I think what, 3/4 of the required mods, or like all of Dutch Modding's mods. And as per usual, here are your 17 required mods. So now we've got updates for all platforms, and we are going to start with Gnadenthal. This map has gotten updated to version 1.3 up at the top. We got a new save game being required for this one. They've added multi-terrain angle. We've also got new crops of pinto beans, chickpeas, and flowering catch crop. They also added stubble destruction for the majority of crops. New productions include poppy seed oil from poppies, flour from buckwheat, lentils, pinto beans, and chickpeas, fabric from flaxseed, and remove the ice cream truck from traffic. Next up, the Massey 9S. We have version 1001, mod description bug fixed, and added color configurations for the rims. Vinvario Evolution version 1.1. We've got a Seria Pro compact sensor added for precision farming community requests. We also have the 1050 Vario 750 chip for 750 horsepower. That is insane. Additionally, we have versions without confirmation tone, which have been added with the 500, 700, and 1000, and automatic doors have been added on the driver's side to the 500 and 700. Speaking of Fendt, we have a big update to the Fendt 600 Vario Gen 1. This will be version 1.1. and it is a long one. We're going to have to scroll through it. We've got sound completely being reworked and new. Added the Fendt Cargo 5 Profile configuration, added terminal configuration with the dashboard live compatibility, added rotating beacon type configuration, added terminal camera views. It's way too early to be messing up the word camera. They also added 1.5 and 2.25 meter row crop wheel setups. That's pretty cool. Suspension has been adjusted, new window textures added, rear window key controls changed, or control keybind. Goodness gracious, what a day. How about we talk about some more stuff? Front hydraulic position adjusted, wheel weights can now be painted separately, fix the Vario grip visibility after restarting the game, brake force adjusted, interior moisture has been adjusted. What? And we also have foldable passenger seat, which is PC only. Now, we can scroll down a little bit more. We have passenger added, sun visor animation added via IC, texture quality improved, and minor issues fixed. Moving on, we have the Diepholz Series 8 TTV version 1001, hub color fixed, and color now remains as it was painted after restarting the game. And pretty much the same thing to the Steyr 8140, 8165 version 102. We also have minor changes to the model in addition to the hub colors. Some combines, the Class Mega Old New Gen Pack version 1.1. We've got added new generation models, added new animations, added mouse control door opening, added several details, improved the sounds, and fixed the bugs. Another combine, the Topliner 4090 version 1001. GPS antenna has been added to real GPS. They've added camera mirrors functionality, which does require the Mercedes-Benz Trucks Pack DLC, and added the Cabello Diamond 8 and Deutz-Fahr design. One of my favorite skid steers in the game, the Loader 711 Pack version 1001 from Black Sheep Modding, correction to the width adjustment of the pallet forks. A more recent addition to the game, the Mercedes-Benz Trucks Unimog 5023 TLF 3000. Man, version 1001. Vehicle now stops. Did it not stop before? Also, beacon lights have been added, and a trailer hitch has been added, so you can pull stuff. Another newer mod to the game, the Crawler Truck Pack. Now, this is showing as version 1005, however, it is the first update that we've got to it. They fixed the cabin color, not changing with the main color configuration, and added the buffalo and goat milk for the liquid tank. Couple trailer updates, including the Feltrina Dumper MR3A version 105. They fixed the height discharger node for unloading the trailer on a belt. And Feltrina Flatbed Series version 1110. Fixed position and license plate on some configs. Some tool updates, including the Mashio Gaspardo Prima Isotronic. What a cool name for a mod. This is version 105 as well. Fix some textures, AO issues, and reduce the RPM of the spreaders. How's about this one? The Grim Evo 280 Harvester version 10000. Got stuck. 1. Added onion and potato configuration. Also modified the lights. Another one, the Gillies Pack. Giles? Relays. I have no idea. Version 1.1. They've added that word C12 seater and various fixes. Also, the trailer in this is pretty darn cool. This is actually a really neat harvester pack. Might not remember this one, the Euromark XP3 HD version 1001. New decal, new name. Ooh, new year, new me. Let's go. From A-Dub, the DFM RT 3000 version 1.3. They've added support for vehicle years mod and improved the textures. Same thing for the Lizard GS300, but not the Romeco U614. This one is version 1001 as well, but they fixed the animation stuttering on rollers. It's also not from A-Dub, so there's that. Got a sprayer update, the Cruel Nicholas still at 460, and I think I messed up all of those words. Version 1.1 added compatibility with precision farming, which is 2 thumbs up, and they fixed mouse control. And now we got some placeables of small production points with shed option. Version 1.1, they've added the biomass heating plant and fixed bug of collision. Next up, we have the bioplastic production, which for some reason didn't load one of the screenshots. Version 1.0.1, and they added the L10 entries. And an update to the wholesale market, version 1.0.1, and the wholesale market now accepts all new crop types from new DLC. They didn't say which new DLC, however, I think we can all assume they mean the Highlands Fishing expansion. Hopefully, in the future, they can add that text to this and not just say new DLC. Quick hot fix for the Plegny Buildings Pack, version 1.1.01, fixes the manure pit integrated into the cow barn. And your last update for all platforms, the French Beacons Pack, version number 2. Redesign of the K5B beacon texture, added color configuration for the self-riding beacon, the white permanently reinforced road markings, green continuously road markings, and yellow delimit a construction area. They've also modified the mod icon and modified the mod name. Jumping over to new ones for PC and Mac players, as I mentioned, the Lizard water trailer that we had today is also available on PC. And here it is, the Lenormand. Lenormand, yeah. It's got the exact same stuff. The only difference is instead of Lizard, it says Lenormand. Next new one for PC and Mac players is going to be as a Geistal. It's a new map from Lucas G. And when we start off, they've got a really nice thing right here. Thank you to everyone who contributed to the buildings, decorations, and testing. By the way, 0 required mods on this one. This map features challenging climbs and road networks. It offers plenty of panoramic views, as they say. However, I will say you are completely cut off in this nice little valley right here. And please excuse some of the shadows. I don't know what's going on right now. We do have a pretty cool rock feature right here in the middle. And then the town way over there. This is your PDA right here. Very cool. It's very busy as well. Might be kind of difficult, frustrating, depending on who you are and how you play the game, to start off with at the very least. The map's got 250 purchasable areas, 45 forestry areas, which are all pretty small to be fair, 108 fields, 32 meadows, 157 hectares. Most fields are between 1 and 2 hectares in size, so very, very small. They also say there's 64 pretzels built for collection. I think they mean there's 64 collectibles, and they are pretzels. Over 20 sell points and several wood pallet sell point delivery points as well, which are at houses, which is kind of like delivery missions. That's kind of neat. 17 productions, including 2 different BGAs, not one, but dose, and 10 small and large farms, 2 of which have hay dryers on them. There's a whole lot more to it than just that, so if you guys want to go check it out on the mod hub and go through the description, you can. We've got a bunch of crops. We have summer wheat and summer barley on here, and we also have winter wheat, winter barley, rye, chickali, spelt, silage, maize, vetch rye, green rye, catch crop mixture, mustard, flowering catch crop, alfalfa, clover, and field grass. It does look like they are taking the additional crops from, I can't remember who did the base for that. Was it Weekend Farmers? I don't remember. I don't want to give anybody credit that didn't do it, and I don't want to say the wrong person did it either. But yes, they've got all the standard extra crops that have been added to everything. As far as what do we get? Well, let's jump over to farmlands, and this is going to kind of be spread out. I may miss some, and I do apologize. This is a very busy map for me as well. My eyes don't do well with this. But we've got Farmland 1 and 247 way over there. It does look like we got 63 up here. Farmland number 6 right through there. Is that it? That might be it. There may be more. Ugh, that green does not work. I believe Farms of 28 or whatever is like red, so we can actually see what things are. Jumping over to our crop calendar, here is that. Very, very similar to the big map that we had for crossplay today. We got a piggy barn with 11 pigs in it, chicken barn with 28 chickens, and we've got a cow barn with 11 plus 8 plus 5 cows. I'm not going to do that math so quickly. Jumping all down, here are your contracts. I always like showing these off. Pretty low pricing for all the contracts. Wouldn't expect a whole lot. We do have some apple trees, a bunch of them, in fact, 5 apple trees, and we have the hay drying as well. Do keep in mind, these are running right now. Not usually the case. Generally, these are not running. So if you don't want to be charged for this stuff, you may want to turn that off. We also have a bunch available, most of which I can't read because it's not English. Lastly, let's take a look at what we've got in the vehicles category, and we have a lot. there's a lot of cloths in here. I dig that. There's a lot of stuff for all kinds of different farms. Basically every tool that you could think of, we've got, even the telehandler stuff, which is nice. Plenty to choose from. Now we got a couple more new ones for PC and Mac players. First one's going to be the Mulch and Plow State Handler. The disc carriers and shallow cultivators can now apply the mulched field state and simultaneously remove plowing. No auto wipers does exactly what it sounds like. It replaces the automatic wiper activation. Yeah, you know what? Activation. That's what I meant. With manual control, use the num 0 to toggle the wipers on and off. Next, we got Animalic or Animalic. Animaniacal, food, Animalic Food. This is customizable animal food via mod. Of course it is, it's a mod. The consumption ratios, eat weight, and production coefficients, or production weight, can be individually adjusted in the animalfood.xml file. Silage is now also considered a reel, and it fills the individual feed categories. According to the food production quantity numbers, inputs and outputs in liters are based on game values, and mod is not possible with this mod. So the food and production quantity number mod we're talking about. Also, this mod cannot add additional registered feed types in the feed mixers. Here's one I definitely got to give a shot. This is the Cold Winters mod. They say, are you tired of melting snow during the winter days? This mod keeps the temperature at a consistent -5°C throughout the winter season, allowing snow to accumulate and stay on the ground instead of melting away. Please note, the mod may be incompatible with other weather mods or maps that use custom environment XML files. And a mod that annoyed me in 22 and annoyed me in 25 as well, which is why we're not showing it in the game. Critters! They say, what's missing in the basic environment? Cicadas, lightning bugs, red-winged blackbirds, owls, frogs, and more. This mod will simply add the sounds and sights of the important little critters and creatures, providing you with a more natural, relaxing experience. But as far as I can tell, there's nothing relaxing about it. It is super annoying, but that is just me. Your mileage may vary. Lastly, today we have an update to a mod that I use all the time. In every single video that you see, I've got it installed. Additional field info. This will be version 102. Field area calculation with precision farming is installed, and they've added the ES and IT translations. And that's it for this one. I hope you enjoyed it. Drop a like if you did. Get subscribed if you new. Enjoy the DjGoHam fam. Double check those notifications. That way you never miss videos like this one. It is Thanksgiving time here in the United States. No farm sim news this morning. Took a little time off this morning to relax a little bit since I really don't get a day off for Thanksgiving. Also tomorrow, I've got a Let's Play for you guys in the morning, and then we'll see if any mods drop. I will be spending time with family tomorrow, but I will be doing a mod video if any release, and then we're back to normal by Friday. So with all that being said, I hope you have an awesome day. Happy Thanksgiving, or early Thanksgiving to those of you guys celebrating. We'll see you in the next one.